Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're tuning in. We're glad you're joining us at the Esri User Conference this year. Whether you're at the office or at home, dealing with kids running around or adjusting to whatever your new normal is, we're glad you're here and glad to dive into how Epistemics and Esri can better serve your needs as a combination, and looking at exploring how we currently work with Esri today in this presentation, and then some of the things to come. So if you didn't check out our earlier video, we joined the Esri Partner Network in January of this past year, and our software is used for creating agent-based modeling and simulations. Our agent-based models and our simulations are using real populations, real places, and are looking at the dynamic interactions between people and their environment, to include the behaviors, social dynamics, policies, and of course, how all of these things play out in a geospatial sense using GIS. So what do you get when you combine the Epistemics capabilities with Esri and ArcGIS? What you're doing is you're able to unlock better data-driven insights and enable smarter decisions based on whatever policies you're considering. With Epistemics and ArcGIS, you're looking at taking agent-based modeling, looking at more granular data down to the census block level on how things are changing dynamically in a population of individuals, whether that be at the neighborhood level, city level, county level, state, or across regions or entire countries. What we're looking at doing is you run models on our Epistemics platform and then pull that information into ArcGIS to do further visualization and geoprocessing, and from there, able to create maps, solve different problems, and then share that data to whatever decision makers or people you need to communicate those stories to. And we're really glad to begin to have started to work with Esri in the past year on some really interesting topics. So how do we work with Esri today? So first, you would build models on the Epistemics platform. You're able to build dynamic models, or we would build a specific model for you. You then can leverage your existing geodata to inform that specific model or define different parameters of that model. And once you have that model selected or built, you'd then select what location you'd want to run that model on, whether that be a specific census block or all the way up to the size of a country. From there, we'd export the data from Epistemics in the form of a CSV file. You'd import that data into ArcGIS to further visualize and analyze those results. So this is what it looks like today. Your inputs to your model on Fred, which is our platform, can include health data, behaviors, environmental data, different policies, and you define different conditions or states that people in a model would transition between based on specific behaviors or rules that they're governed by. Once you have that model parameterized and the location selected, you run that on our processing engine, and from there you're looking at outputs to include forecasts, scenarios, different policy analyses, looking at different information that you're able to glean from that specific model, pull that into ArcGIS for further visualization, geoprocessing, spatial analysis, and pulling that information into story maps or other ways to communicate that information. What we're looking at in a full-on integration coming soon is actually, if it's an existing ArcGIS user or it's a new ArcGIS user, you'd be able to invoke the Fred modeling capability as a geoprocessing tool in ArcGIS through an add-in, whether that be in Pro or online. You can then leverage more Esri data sets, other partners that we both can bring in to leverage data to build a new model or enhance a model that you'd want to build, and then store those results locally and or in our hosted service, and from there do various geoprocessing. So I'll walk through. So right now you could take your user enterprise at the top, whether you are looking at a geoprocessing tool on Pro or through our hosted web service. You're looking at tapping into the Epistemics add-on, the geoprocessing tool, able to connect to our through our API to that Epistemics infrastructure, able to add your own data, whether that be health, policy, behavioral, environmental, other types of data that you'd want to analyze, adding more systems on other systems, climate, whatever that may be. Take in, data from ArcGIS Living Atlas of the world, take in tapestry data, looking at other demographic data or other publicly available data that Esri's procured, build that into a model, build that into the parameters, select the locations that you would want to run that model on, bring that data back into Esri, whether that be in Pro or online, and from there you can share that information, create better visualizations, create story maps to better understand the data and make better decisions. Like Esri, we work across multiple industries, most notably in state and local government and health and human services, but all things centered really around creating smart cities and communities. We're doing a lot of work in COVID-19 right now, running various models on how the epidemic is spreading under various conditions of social distancing, looking at different reopening policies in schools, businesses, other sort of economic analysis can be done with the output of our model as well. But like Esri, we can analyze various types of data, and that's we're looking at various application areas. You can see we're a broad platform that can service a lot of industries, and our work can be enhanced by importing our data into ArcGIS for better visualizations. So if you're interested in learning more, please make the time to connect with us. You can schedule a meeting, interact with us at our virtual booth. Please explore our case studies, and at the very least, check out our website, schedule a demo, and we, at the end of the day, we're just looking forward to connecting with you, and are glad you've made the time to stop by and attend the Esri User Conference this year. And we look forward to connecting with you. If you want, here's our contact information. Again, this is John Cordier, CEO. Glad to reach out, glad to connect you to other folks as well. Greg Katikia and Elliot Pepper, they'll be around over the 3 days of the conference too. Feel free to reach out to us, and again, glad you're here at the Esri User Conference. Thanks.